All right. Drew, aka Catching Rockets here. Um, I wanted to do a video today on my thought process for the trading day, how I tackled today. It's currently noon Eastern time. Uh, Market's still live. Um, and a new book I got into that I think is a game changer. Most interesting trading book I've read in a while, and I highly recommend it to everybody. Anyway, let's get into it. Um, this is the book here, Secrets of a Pivot Boss. Um, really game changer. It talks about types of trading days and how to recognize them early so you can catch patterns. Um, Talks about different types of traders. Like here, this is interesting. This is a double distribution day. So up here you have your initial open. You put a box around it, and you would grab, puts on the break of this box. And then when you start consolidating here, you would draw another box, and if you break above it, you would take calls. Below it, you would take puts, so on and so forth. Um, anyway, just an absolutely amazing book. It talks about three types of candlestick patterns. You can see a little bit here. Instead of like focusing on, I don't even know how many different candlestick patterns there are. There's a lot. It just focuses on a few, looking for reversals instead of following the instead of like momentum trading. You're looking for a reversal mostly. Pretty pricey on Amazon, but over on eBay you can pick it up for $17 and some change. So anyway, highly recommended book. How I tackled today. We're going to start with a clean chart here. So remove all these drawings. First, I'm on 30 minutes on SPX. I started further out than this as far as time frames, but so I just grabbed this channel here. A lot of good touches on the bottom. On the upside, it's just basically one, if you want to consider this two, but on the bottom we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I don't know, a lot. So we got a good channel going here. One of the things that book mentions is when you gap down, there's a good chance that you'll have continuation, to the downside, or if you gap up, good chance you'll have continuation to the upside. This hasn't, again, good chance, it's not 100%. The last few days, I think, due to all of the Feds that have been speaking, even though we're gapping pre-market, we're consolidating, gap up, consolidate. Like yesterday was one of the most boring trading days in the world. But so how I tackled today, let me do replay so we're not looking at the current day. We're just going to look. Actually, sorry, I went too far back. Let's replay to here. There we go. So how I tackled today, I was on the 30-minute, like I said, and let me turn off VPSV so I can see. I grabbed the indecision candles from the previous day. and to the downside here. And I like to color code these. So why is this so funky? There we go. So supply zone here, demand here. Demand ended up turning into supply, which I'm good with. And then I also like to mark. So let's go to the daily candles. I like to mark my previous day high and my previous day low. And label them. And then, excuse me, had to cough there. The other things I charted is, so we have a gap here. And then I turned on my VPSV and I plotted some POCs. So right here, this is a virgin POC. If you don't know what any of this means, I have videos, you know, at the beginning of the at the beginning of my trading series, my playlist, I talk about the different kinds of POCs and all of that. So this one here is May 16th, Virgin POC. So this was actually my target for today when I was trading. And I figured we're either going to bounce or fill this gap. Wasn't sure which one would happen. And then down here we have another virgin POC. This is the 12th, right? Yeah. And then to the upside, May 6th. So that's about all I had charted prior to open on my chart. I figured we would see a rejection from this trend line here. And then let me turn off the replay here. When the market opened, I switched over to the 3-minute chart. And essentially, we have this, excuse me, I need to cough. Let me get a sip of water really quick here. So I'm not one to hop in right at the open. So I was letting this play out, see how things were going to go. And, our opening range was pretty tight. The first, 9 minutes of the market, 10 minutes of the market, we were pretty tight, in a pretty tight range. And then we started selling off. We have the gap down. Gap down here, tight opening range. I was expecting a pretty volatile day. We started selling off, and I'm thinking as soon as I break my previous day low, and also this, whatever you want to call it, demand, supply, support, resistance zone that we drew based off this indecision candle, which, is a 30-minute time frame, here to here. Was our indecision candle that lines up with our previous day low. I'm thinking break this, we're going to see downside. And so as soon as the market started trending down here, I also watched something else, which is if you watch Apple and Tesla, they tend to start moving before SPY and SPX. And so if you notice, and this is an important one here, both are going in the same direction. You can probably hop in a play in that same direction on SPY and Tesla. You also want more confirmation, like you want to watch VIX, you want to watch AD. This is all stuff I talk about in other videos. But so you can see here, this is 6:39 in the morning Pacific time, or 9:39 Eastern, and then here we have the same 6:39 Pacific or 9:39 Eastern. And then if we go back over to TradingView, this is our 6:39 or 9:39 candle here as well. So I'm watching Apple and Tesla. Both have pretty good bearish candles. Both have good bearish volume. And so with that, the second that SPX crossed below our previous low of day and crossed below our supply zone here, I hopped in puts. This might not look like much, but on SPX, this is basically 4,034 down to 4,025 or 4,026. So it's like roughly, a 20-point move. This will easily make you $100 to $200 on a contract. And then multiply that by 5 or 10 contracts. You're making great money in just a matter of seconds. So basically, that's what I did. I grabbed the short here, played it down, and exited the trade. From here, there's some other stuff you can do. You can draw a box because we started consolidating around here. So I would not, if we break to the upside, I would not be taking calls into our now supply zone. If we break above here, I would play supply zone, or it would then be a demand, but up into supply here. But so yeah, that was grab puts here to here. My ultimate target was this POC 516 Virgin POC. That was hit, but I was happy with the money I made on this candle. But you can easily, once you see the break of this consolidation, grab puts from here down to your POC. You wouldn't have made as much money, but this is, a good $50 to $100 move on a contract. Same thing here. If you read this book, where you touch this consolidation area here, great entry with this hammer candle, inverted hammer. You might get, you shouldn't get faked out. This shouldn't hit your stop loss, and then you see the full move to the downside. Or, you can wait for a candle to close below this Virgin POC, which, at this point in time, it's a POC, and hop in puts here. Great play. And then notice, we hit our gap like to the penny, and started bouncing. This then becomes a bear flag. And if we draw our targets on here, first trim on this bear flag is going to be 39.59.59. Second here, third here. I would really expect us to eventually come down to this 512 Virgin POC and fill this gap. So now we're forming another bear flag here. And then this is stuff I've already covered, but your safe entry on the bear flags is going to be the last touch of the trend line, which is right here. So when we cross below this last touch, you could hop in puts. This is a great move. But for me, literally all of my trading was done on this one candle here at the beginning of the day. But I'm just showing my thought process. Pretty sure we'll at least hit this 272 level. Would not be surprised if we fill the gap by the end of the day. But we'll have to see how it plays out. Anyway, that's going to be it for the video. Pretty quick and easy. Again, highly recommend Pivot Boss, the book. It's a game changer, and it's actually a very interesting trading book. It's the first trading book in a long time that I've read where I was like actually engaged and interested and wanted to keep reading, and it was difficult for me to put the book down. Anyway, much love, everybody. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you crushed it today, and continue to crush. Much love. Take care. Bye.